Hey everyone, buckle up because today was a wild ride here in the market. After days of some brutal sell-offs, we just witnessed a jaw-dropping turnaround. I'm calling it Turnaround Wednesday. It just got Wall Street going absolutely crazy. Stick with me as I break down what sparked the rally, what it means for you, where the market might be headed next, and let's just do a all things the market, what could be to finish the week because. Today's only Wednesday. It's hump day right in the middle of the week, right? So let's just jump in. Let me go into my charts here. And my MES is all written up on. Let's get started on the S&P. And then we'll do the SPY, okay? Because it's only going to look slightly different. But this way I mostly use the MES futures when I do trade lately. Listen, here's let me drop down to a 2 hour. Right? So there's yesterday's action from the sell-off right there. All right. That was already tested once, twice. We got a sell off, and then we created some support right here. All right. Last night, we started to recover a little bit. All right. So what happened was we started to stall out on the recovery and price started to come down. All right. Started to come down from there. And then it formed a little bit of demand as in a demand zone right here. All right. Now, is this the catalyst for everybody knows what the catalyst was, right? So right there is where I was looking as a potential demand zone, but I didn't think anything of it, right? Yeah, I thought it was okay, but I was just like, why go long in such a weak market? Any of that kind of thinking. And then the news came out about the tariff pause with 90-day pause for most countries in the middle of a negotiation. Obviously, that sent the market rocketing. We ripped through that previous supply, which I figured. I got to tell you, completely honestly, I was talking to people this past weekend, friends, family, just asking me what I thought about the market. I was like, I think this is the week we're going to turn around. Will this last? I mean, it's a pause, guys. Don't forget. And there's all kinds of news. We had CPI, PPI, the Fed minutes. A lot of news dealing with right now. But that being said, just from a pure technical analysis point of view, we took out that supply. This is overnight, that gap there. This is a week ago, right there. So that gap, once that gap closes, this is the next decision point for the market. Okay, from a purely technical point of view, right? We close that gap. If we get the reversal, I think we sell off hard again. But if it trades above it, then I think we have some clarity. I mean, I don't think that's the new recent high. Squeeze this together a little bit. All right. If we get above here, right, this supply area is tested. A couple of us took that in my coaching program. That is, I don't know. That's a near miss. I wouldn't call that supply. This is all beat up. We have basically no clean supply to short from for a while. So that means we could, who knows, right? All this is beat up. All these areas here also beat up, right? So now I think this is where maybe it gasses out a little, but don't confuse what happens in the market. Gassing out for a day, that's just that's just for people to sucker you in and get you short. So let's see if it takes this out. If it takes it out, I think we'll be back within range of new highs relatively soon. If it doesn't and it reacts downward, I think we could retrace all the way back down into all I'm trying to do is get a picture I want to see. Okay. So this was previous support down here. I'm going to squeeze this down a little bit like so. And really where I'm going to be looking is right here. All right. And we'll see if we do. Now, it may be an orderly move down, some profit taking and, deleveraging. A lot of hedge funds have a lot of leverage on their books, and they may take certain pieces of these rallies to delever their book. Just hedge fund speak. If you're not into that deep into trading just yet, don't worry about it. But I wanted to at least do a video for this Turnaround Wednesday and do something about the market. I'm going to try and do these as often as I can because mostly I have my chat room for to talk to my current students. I want to be able to talk to other people. So I hope this helps. If you'd like some more information about how to read the charts this this way, and like it'll keep you out of bad trades, it'll get you into good trades, and really focus on the most important things you need to make money from trading. Hit either the link in the bio or the link in the description. I'll put my calendar link in there. Go there, grab a time, schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with me, and we'll discuss how I can help you. I build trades right on our Zoom calls there. So like if you've done any kind of trading, I'll do everything in real time. You know what? Before I do that, let me just run over and look at the SPY, because some of you use the SPY more so than the S&P. Come on. Okay, now we're on to the SPY. All right, same scenario. This is that gap I told you about, okay? But we haven't cleared this just yet in the SPY. That's actually interesting. I wouldn't be shocked if we'll have to see what the overnight session looks like. This is a little bit different of a scenario. This hasn't been cleared out yet. So above here, we basically have clear sailing, but it does not, until it clears this, you guys should all be cautious, okay? Don't just jump in because there's bullishness in the air, and Trump's putting out truths and all this kind of stuff. I love it. I'm glad it's I know it's causing some angst and volatility. If this is your first rodeo, ride it out, sit on your hands more so than look to trade, but try and learn from these things. I started trading, doing this like almost 15 years. So I've seen the little partial of the tail end of the '08 crisis, and then government shutdowns, COVID, the invasion of Ukraine, the first Trump presidency, all that kind of stuff. A bunch of other things that happened in the middle there too. So anyway, I hope this helps. Do me a favor, take a look at the link in the description, and then let's have a conversation. If you would also like and subscribe this video, depending on where you're watching it, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.